Hey guys, how do you do? It's of course Vidasak here, and I don't want to. Yeah, my words got mixed up there. I wanted to talk about something else today, and that just being that there's an ass for every seat out there. Now, this is what my uncle used to say to me. My uncle Leroy. I didn't know my uncle Leroy very well. He owned a race. He owned a small racetrack, and he also worked on cars, especially very rare cars. Sometimes he even had he even actually had a card that Dale Earnhardt actually gave to him. Actually, actually. But I know I'm saying actually a lot, but I mean, yeah, he had all these rare cars. He had his paint shop and everything. He lived in Minnesota, by the way, and so he had a successful business. He knew some people, and one thing that I actually overheard him saying to my father one time is that there is an ass for every seat, because what he used to do is that he, with my uncle Darren, he would go out and find cars that were wrecked, and he would buy them, he would fix them up, and then he would sell them. And the reason why he said that was because, and I even asked him this one time, and I said, would you literally buy any car if you thought that you could fix it and sell it? And then he said, yes, indeed. Because people need transportation. Just like people need to be sometimes in relations with each other. People are always going to need transportation. And so, being in the car business is just a very good business to be in. And of course, he was one of those few people that he loved to do what he did. He loved to, work on cars. I even saw a couple of Lamborghinis at one point in his paint shop. I even helped him with some Chevys, actually, with some of the painting and cleaning up some of the frames, because he liked work. He loved working on Chevys. But moving on from that, and of course, him saying that kind of stuck with me. Even to this day, he has been dead for at least a couple years now, sadly. And, there's so many people out there that seem to think that, there's nobody for them. And of course, I'll read a comment here, as always, from one of the people that tends to watch my channel here. There's an old saying, there's someone for everyone. Actually a lie, especially for guys. And I said, there is actually, but that doesn't mean you will be with them forever. Many people seem to think a relationship is supposed to be like relationships in movies, where people just live happily ever after, but that's never how it has been. In the past, people were reluctantly married to each other, as I was trying to say. Other here, I'll read that again here. In the past, seriously, in the past, people were reluctantly married with each other, with not too many of them liking each other, actually, to the point of even killing each other sometimes. Now, I mean, when's the last time that we've heard, about people, let's say somebody's wife asking somebody to kill their husbands? I remember I used to hear about many times in the past of women wanting somebody to kill their husband. Actually, because for the longest time, people just seemed to be legally stuck with each other, even when I was younger sometimes. But here's the thing, now that, breaking up has become so much easier, you hardly ever hear about, some woman wanting to kill their husband because they're just legally binded to him like that. And again, I'm not sure how popular this video is going to be on my channel, because I just think that sometimes people just want to hear something negative, or just want to hear something that they, want to be told. But, here's the thing. I mean, there's always somebody out there that is going to get along with you. And, throughout our ancestry, if you were alive, I mean, let's say like myself, that means one of our ancestors was found to be attractive enough to mate with. And so just keep that in mind, and just like my uncle said, there's an ass for every seat. I mean, there's always going to be somebody that you can get along with potentially, especially with how many people are alive nowadays. I mean, again, there's 7.6 billion people on this planet, and yet there's more and more people that are actually getting all worked up about, finding the right one, even though there's so many people on this planet. And it's kind of a strange thing. Although I do understand it is very easy for people to break up nowadays. But, just because you've broken up with somebody doesn't necessarily mean, that's a bad thing. I mean, sometimes breaking up is actually a good thing. I mean, for instance, my parents eventually weren't getting along. And, had they not broken up, it probably would have just been worse, to be frank, if they hadn't broken up like that and found other people to be with. Sometimes it actually is just better to break up. No offense. And, just like I know some people, they have a very hard time finding somebody that they can have a long-term relationship with. And that's nowadays is, I would say, kind of normal. It's not just for men either. It's also for women, actually. In fact, women actually tend to find it harder to get into relations, like serious relations with somebody, versus having sex. I mean, it might be easier for a woman to be able to have sex with somebody. I mean, they could probably even sometimes just pick somebody from the street to just have sex with sometimes. But it's very hard for them to find the person that they actually legitimately want to have sex with and are completely attracted to. And it's very hard for them to find somebody to get into a serious relationship with, without getting hit on for sex. You know what I mean? Man, I really need a drink. Yeah, but I think you guys get my point. And I've said some of the stuff in some of my other videos. Of course, if anybody watching this hasn't seen some of my other videos, you can just go back and watch some of them. Just click through my playlist and see which other ones that you would like to see, if any, of course. But that being said, of course, I will just end this video. And again, just think about what I said. I mean, I know I kind of slurred some of my words out there, but, just think about what I said, because, there's just so many people that come to my channel and they just seem to act like they're just giving up on life, it seems, and just giving up on relationships, etc. I mean, and if you don't want to be in relationships with people, like serious relationships with people, I mean, that's your business, that's your life. But, just try to keep an open mind is what I'm trying to say. And so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.